Hey, what's going on, Facebook world and everybody out there? This is Ricardo Suber. It is Saturday afternoon, and I figured I'd just bring you guys this quick video because I think we have a lot of not only new partners in this business, but also a lot of people who are looking from the outside looking in. You may not know what Five Links is. You're seeing pictures of happy people with BMWs and Bentleys and people talking about this business. And I know when I first took a look at this business, I really thought it was a scam. I wasn't really too sure what it was. And what made the difference for me was that I did my research. I looked up this particular business, which is called Five Links, in the Better Business Bureau. So I had an A+ rating. Actually looked at credible documentation such as Inc. magazine, saw that it was, I think at the time it had its maybe 6th consecutive year on the Inc. 5000 list. 4 out of those 6, it was in the top 500 companies. So I was looking at all these things and I said, okay, this is something probably worth getting into. On top of that, I had just lost my job at one of the world's largest computer companies. So I was in a position where I had to be open. I always believed in the phrase that broke people can't be skeptical. You can't be skeptical and broke at the same time. So here we are today. We now override a team of thousands of customers. Well, first off, thousands of customers and hundreds of business partners. So the reason why I'm bringing this video to you guys today, just want to do a quick video just to explain what makes this sort of business so lucrative, because a lot of people don't understand network marketing. What is it? Is it all about bringing in people? Why is there such a big emphasis on recruiting? Well, see, at the core of it, when you really think about it, everything's recruiting. Even if you go back to dating, all right, you had to sell your partner on yourself, and you had to recruit your partner in terms of being your spouse. The army recruits, you have to. Jobs recruit, you have recruiters. And what makes this business so powerful is the fact that there's basically two things in action that we don't really take part in our job. The first thing is leverage, and the second thing is residual income. Residual income basically means that you do something one time, but you get paid over and over again for that effort. And since we market products and services, many of which can never be paid off, these are bills such as cell phone bills, energy, etc. Since these are bills that can never be paid off and they have to be paid every 30 days, we receive an ongoing commission for selling those products, offering them to friends and family. Even when we use our own services, we're also getting an ongoing commission. But what I'm here to talk about is the recruiting aspect, because me personally, that to me seemed like something that was undesirable. Why would I try to convince someone to do a business like this? And what I've learned over the past 3 years is that we don't convince. We just share the opportunity. We share a presentation. We'll invite people who are open to ways of making extra money. So here's the way that it was explained to me. At the time when I was first getting started in my business, this was actually after I launched, but I still needed more faith in the profession. In the first presentation I went to, I'll never forget it. It was in Harlem, New York, in the middle of 2011. I think it was late May or early June of 2011. And the person in the front of the room just happened to be the #1 highest grossing owner of IHOP worldwide. He's since passed away, but his name was Dave Cox, and he was a senior vice president in this company. So one of the things that heightened my curiosity was, why is this person who is already a multimillionaire, why is he in Five Links? Why is he trying to get people in Five Links? And here's what he told us. He said, first off, what everybody needs to understand is the power of leverage. Now, I was never taught leverage at the great old Hampton University, my alma mater. But he said leverage is basically, he said, for instance, I'm a business owner. I own multiple IHOP franchises. He said, and I understood leverage at an early age, meaning that I could have a lot of people, all my employees contribute to my income. I'm the owner, I'm here giving the presentation, yet I have multiple IHOPs, and all of my 500-600 employees, or however many he had, all of them are contributing to my income. They're running the store. I have managers. I have supervisors. They're running my store, and now I can continue to build more because I understand leverage. He said, so as a traditional business owner, it just made sense. He said, however, he didn't know about network marketing at the time. That's traditional business. He said the number one drawback to owning an IHOP or a traditional brick and mortar business is the tremendous investment. He said just for a single IHOP location, you need about $1 million liquid capital. So each IHOP, you're putting down about $1 million. Most people just don't have that kind of money, right? So that was one drawback. He said, secondly, it was the overhead, the massive overhead for franchising fees, which have to be paid on a weekly basis. You're talking thousands of dollars on a weekly basis just to run a business like that. And so he said the other drawback is something that he called the law of the lid. I'm learning all this stuff like taking notes. He said there was something called the law of the lid, meaning that for every store, and this would be the same if you run a traditional business or if you have a McDonald's franchise, but speaking about IHOP, he said that no matter what, no matter how great people loved his stores, I'm trying to hide my room because it's a mess back there. The thing is, no matter how popular his store is, he could only seat a certain amount of people at one time. So if there's a line waiting outside, he can only make a certain amount of money. So his money is capped at a certain period of time. So he said, here's a difference with 5 Links. The reason why he got started, after he's a millionaire, why would he get started in 5 Links? He said, number one, it enacts those same laws. Not only passive income that I just described, but also the law of leverage. Meaning that, guess what? Now, you can actually build a team. Every time you recruit someone onto your team, it's like you're opening up another store. Because when you think about it, when you recruit that person, you're now earning a small percentage of all the customers that they bring in. And how about if they bring other people? Well, you're earning a small percentage on those customers. So a lot of people think that we're in sales, meaning that you eat what you kill. You have to continuously get customers, and that's not true. You personally only need a small amount of customers, and then you teach the next person to do the same thing. You teach them how to recruit, and you teach them how to get customers. And we only simply do those two things. We recruit and we get customers, and then if you want to get technical, we teach them how to recruit and get customers. And the more folks that you have on your team, this is why recruiting is so important. The more folks that you have in your team, now you're starting to see the benefits. You're starting to get paid not only on your customers, but on the collective customers that your team has acquired. And so that's why we can say that we're getting paid on well over 1,000 customers, definitely hundreds of business partners. Yes, we receive bonuses for recruiting, but the true reflection of what you built is in your ongoing residual check. And see, here's what happens. Every single 30 days, now we're seeing really nice checks as a result of building the distribution force. It's like, again, comparing that to traditional business, look at IHOP. If you owned 5 IHOPs, now you're getting a percentage of all those customers who sit in any one of those seats. You open up another IHOP location, you're getting paid on now much more customers. The same thing with recruiting someone. If you recruit someone, they get customers, you're getting a percentage of that. If they recruit other people, then now that just widens your customer base. So I know that can seem a little confusing if this is a concept that you're not familiar with, but here's the thing. If you're at least open, if you're not, it's okay. But if you're open to ways of making extra money, if you want something that's legitimate, why would a former software engineer be recommending a business like this? Why would a multi-million-dollar franchisee be operating a business? And since then, that gentleman has passed on. Rest in peace, Dave Diamond Cox. But now his wife is now running those IHOP franchises, but she's also a platinum senior vice president in 5 Links. We have multiple people lawyers, doctors, people who are in the money business who are operating 5 Links. Why is that? We all can't be in on a scam. Wall Street Journal did a story on us. They're not in on this. Look, at the end of the day, do your due diligence. But if you're open to learning more, simply go to getofftheratwheel.com. I have a presentation up there which explains the entire concept of what we're building. So with all that being said, guys, God bless. Enjoy your week, enjoy your weekend, and take care.